What? Oh, there you are. Hope you're getting enough sleep during this time of being at home learning. So shout out to Miriam and Mason and whoever else needs help on the Chapter 5-6 vocabulary practice test and also the actual test. So we want to help you guys study for this. And so I think just going over each one in great detail can really help. We'll also go into great detail in my next video how to find a z-score and the standard deviation. So those could really help too. The easiest way to memorize those right now is that the standard deviation is just the largest definition. SD, largest definition. Just like SD, standard deviation, it could be SD something definition. Standing is outstanding, super big definition. Yeah. So then let's see here. So let's help you out on here. So box and whisker plot. So box or whisker plots, remember what that looks like. So that basically is a visual display, right? It's a graph. And so of the 5-number summary. And so if we look in here for visual display, there it is. 5-number summary forms the basis for this visual display. So that's D. Nice, nice. Okay, 2 is, of course, the range. So range is the maximum minus the minimum. So let's see if we can find that one here. Oh, we'll also talk about the empirical rule as well. But in the test, that'll just be the rule or the law. So that's easy. Empirical rule, empirical law. So that's an easy one to memorize as well. Okay, let's see if we can find it. Awesome. Seems like something's got switched around there. It's okay. Okay, so then let's see. Comprised of widely used measure variability found by calculating the difference between the mean each observation. No, that's the standard deviation. Super log one. Okay, let's see. Can you find the range? There it is. A very simple measure of the spread of data calculated by finding the difference between the max and the minimum. So the difference between the max and the minimum is what you want to focus on for the range. Max minus the min. Difference between them. Okay, mode, of course, is game mode. Pushing that button over and over. That's the most common value. The one occurs most frequently is game mode. Extremes is the maximum and minimum. That's the two extremes, max and minimum. The formula for the sample mean, okay, that's where you add them all up and divide by n. So you see A on our little practice vocabulary there. So that's x1 plus x2 plus x3, x plus dot dot dot, x plus n, all divided by n. So that's going to be the formula for the average. That means down here, the formula of standard deviation is the other one, which we're going to talk about in my next video, and we're going to calculate that and learn that together. So that's the square root of, right, each observation minus the average, all squared, divided by minus 1. So just think the formula of the standard deviation is the one with the square root in it. Nice, nice. The one with the square root in it. Awesome. Okay, so then next one, these are our formulas. So modified box plot is the 5-number summary, right? Visual display again. But this time it's got stars for outliers. The 5-number summary forms the basis for this visual display. However, their outliers displayed as stars. Don't know how I got this cut off, but I'll try to fix that. That's silly. Anyways. Okay, there we go. So modified box plot is same, but it's got stars for outliers. The interquartile range, the IQR, is Q3 minus Q1, right? The upper quartile minus the lower quartile. So let's see if we can find that one. Upper quartile minus the lower quartile. Or it's the middle 50% of the data. Is that what it is? I think that's what it is. It's coming back to me. Not there. There it is. The range of the middle 50% of the data. Q3 minus Q1. So again, that is the... Wait for it. Let's see here. So that is the... Which one is that one? That one, let's find out here. So the range of the middle 50% of the data. Aha. Oh yeah, so that's the IQR, the interquartile range. The upper quartile, member, is the not 25th, 75th percentile, right? It's Q3, upper quartile. And then Q2 is median. Q1 is the 25th percentile, or the lower quartile. I'm underlining it, look at the board. So lower quartile is the 25th percentile, cool. Awesome, possum. So let's see what we got left. A minimum, of course, is the smallest value. Maximum is the largest value. Median is the middle, once they're all put in order from least to greatest. That's G right here, the middle observation, so that's the median. The mean is the ordinary arithmetic average, right? Where you add them all up, divide by how many are there. That's down here. So that's the mean, the average there. Standard deviation, again, is the largest definition. On my next video, we'll do that together. Oh, widely used measure variability found by calculating the difference between the mean and each observation, squaring the value of each observation, adding the squares, dividing the sum by one less sample size, and taking the square root of the whole thing. Square root is your key of the whole thing. That is the standard deviation. Cool. Okay, so outliers now. Outliers. So outliers is value that lies outside. Is smaller or larger than most of the other data. So that's outliers, right? When you have something that's like really big or really small. Outliers that are away from the majority of the data. Sample size, right? Sample size is the number of observations in your data. That's your sample size. Also denoted as N. Sample size N. So there we go. I think that's down here. Sorry that that's missing. I'm definitely going to fix this after this video. Okay, so sample size N is your number of data. Your number of numbers in your data set, sample size N. Again, we did outliers. They're also, so outliers are bigger or smaller than everything else in your data set. And I think that's it. I think that's it. So we'll fix this sucker. Modified box plot has stars as outliers. So we'll fix this worksheet there for practice test and then ace it. So you're going to come down here and you're going to go like, oh, let's see, interquartile range. Let's find that one. I think it's the Q3 minus Q1 or the 50% of the data. Excellent. The memorize now, the IQR, the Q3 minus Q1, the middle 50% of your data there. And if you're still not sure about that one, so I can also show you right here. I think it was actually on this one. So if you have your box plot, you know what I mean. That's going to be this distance from 8 to 12.5, the middle 50% of your data. So if you did a box plot, here it is. So this would be the IQR, right? If I was going to shade this in. Different color, Newbold, sorry. So if we're going to shade this in, the whole thing would be the range, max minus the minimum. But if we're going to shade this part in, then this would be the 50% of the data. And so you do Q3 minus Q1, which is also the IQR, the range, but the interquartile range, basically the 50% range. Cool. And then we're going to jump and show you how to do the standard deviation, as well as z-score, so maybe that'll make more sense before you take your vocabulary test. If you haven't taken it yet, take it. Okay, thanks for watching, and watch my next video too. Peace out.